Hello, and welcome back to another episode of The Good, the Bad, the Sports. Let's jump right in to today's good news. For the good news, we take a peek at the World Athletic Championships in Tokyo. Yesterday, September 19, 2025, American phenom sprinter Noah Lyles won his fourth consecutive 200-meter race. This was a very impactful moment as it tied Usain Bolt's record, and Usain Bolt is an amazing runner, probably the GOAT of the sport.
The Jamaican Lavelle responded very well to the gun. Noah Lyles has some ground to make up. Taboho is running a good turn as well. The Jamaican Lavelle will lead off the turn. Here comes the world champ.
Lavelle, here comes Bednarik, here comes Lyles. Look at this finish, and Lyles has won his fourth straight world title.
Now, let's move on to today's bad news. And now for the bad news, we take a look at the NFL Football League, and the Bengals quarterback, Joe Burrow, suffered a severe toe injury after being stepped on and being hit by his own offensive lineman after falling. He will be out for 3 months of the Football League after his successful surgery, as the coach stated. But a very sad story for Joe Burrow, who missed almost the entire year last year due to his other injuries. Now, let's begin with today's big sports topic. For the sports topic of today, I'll be talking about esports and what an esport is and whether or not I think it's a sport. An esport is considered an organized competitive video game and league, like video game tournament and league, where people like professional and amateur gamers, all different skill levels, can compete in different video games like League of Legends. I don't know if there are others you've heard of, but people have debated whether or not esports are a sport. Studies show that esports represents the core values and core skills in sports, but some say they're not, even though they show the values and share values of key sports. For example, esports have organization, a massive fan base because people like Twitch streamers count and they get streamed, and there's strategy involved and teamwork. But others say that there's no physical exertion involved, which does make sense because a lot of sports have physical exertion, but esports don't because you're just moving the controller. But there are definitely key components of esports that could make people think it is a sport. In my opinion, an esport is a sport because even though there's no physical exertion involved, it does require organization, strategy, and different things I mentioned before, which all are qualifications and categories that sports relate to, and therefore I think esports are a type of sport. Let me know what you guys think. And now for the Week 3 NFL predictions, let's begin. On Thursday, for Thursday Night Football, we had the Bills playing the Dolphins, and the Bills won that game pretty comfortably because the Bills are a really good team and are better than the Dolphins. Next, we have Bengals-Vikings. I do think the Vikings will win this one. Now, as I said on the bad news, that Joe Burrow is out. J.J. McCarthy is also out after he got injured in Week 2. But I still do think the Vikings will win the game. Texans-Jaguars. The Texans are overall a better team, and I think the Texans should win that game. Colts, Titans. The Titans are not great, even with Cam Ward. He can't really make a difference on a team that's just terrible. The Colts are looking pretty strong this year, so I do think they will win that game. Raiders, Commanders. The Commanders, no Jaden Daniels. He got hurt. But the Raiders are just pretty atrocious, so the Commanders should still find a way to win the game. Rams, Eagles, pretty good game. The Rams are looking pretty strong with Puka Nacua and a strong offense, but the Eagles are just such a good team, and I do think the Eagles will win, even though the Rams will definitely put up a good fight, and that will be a close game to watch. Next, Falcons, Panthers. Pretty bad game. Falcons aren't terrible. I think the Falcons should win this game over the Panthers, but it shouldn't be too good of a game, and we'll see what happens. Steelers, Patriots. The Steelers are pretty good. They didn't have such a great game last time, but Aaron Rodgers in their first game looked amazing, and they played really well against the Jets, but not so much last week, even though they lost against Seahawks. But I still think they'll bounce back and beat the Patriots. Next, Packers Browns. That's not even a question. It's the Packers. The Browns are just an atrocity, and that's not even a question. Jets Buccaneers. If Justin Fields bounced back after last game, Jets could put up a fight, but I think the Buccaneers should win that game. Could be a close game, though. Broncos, Chargers. And the Chargers, everyone is surprised because they're starting off 2-0. They got over the obstacle of the Chiefs. Normally they lose to the Chiefs. The Broncos' offense is pretty terrible, even though their defense is the Chargers probably should win that. Justin Herbert's playing really well, and the Chargers are overall playing really well. Seahawks, Saints. Pretty comfortable going with the Seahawks. The Saints are not very good. Cowboys, Bears. The Cowboys will win that one. They beat the Giants in a thriller of a game. Russell Wilson, I don't know what he was doing at the end, but the Cowboys nonetheless won that game and should probably win again against the Bears team who are Cardinals, 49ers. I think the Cardinals should win that game. It might be a surprise, but the 49ers are so banged up and so hurt that Cardinals could have an opportunity if they play well on offense with not a bad offense. Chiefs, Giants. I do think the Chiefs will bounce back in this game and win, but the Giants aren't even looking terrible this year. Malik Neighbors playing really well. Russell Wilson, I don't know what he was doing at the end of the half, but he is doing okay. But the Chiefs should bounce back and win. And now Lions, Ravens. Holy cow, that is an amazing game. That I don't even know what to say for this game. I'll go with the Ravens because I think the Ravens might beat the Lions, but that's going to be an amazing Monday Night Football game. Derrick Henry, if he doesn't fumble, the Ravens probably will win that game, but the Lions looked insane, and Amon-Ra St. Brown had one of the best games I've ever seen last week. But it'll be interesting to see what happens in that game. Yeah, these are all my Week 3 predictions. Let me know what you think about them. And I'll see you next time, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Good, The Bad, The Sports.